stop lying on me. I'm putting my foot down, young man.
And you know what's crazy? Boat used writers for Let's Start Here album. He had a whole team of writers.
Everybody.
Like, what are you doing, bro? He can't. My bad. Ugly.
It's been about 3 weeks since I made it. Trying to hurt each other on the internet is stupid. I want no parts, but you gonna stop lying on me.
Trying to hurt each other on the internet is stupid. I want no parts, but you stop lying on me. I'm putting my foot down, young man.
I'm putting my foot down, young man.
And you know what's crazy? Boat used writers for Let's Start Here album. He had a whole team of writers.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy because I fuck with Karrahboo, but there's no way she thinks she about to win beef on Yachty, bro.
So, like, what are you doing, bro? He can't. My bad.
Duty's my guy.
Ugly.
It's been about 3 weeks since I made a video about Karrahboo
how you
and
say
that
his
whole
name,
Yachty
Duty?
situation. And if you know what's going on, then good. And if you don't know what's going on, I guarantee you go watch my past few videos I done made about the whole situation. You're gonna understand, okay? But more of the
Is it
story,
tough?
we already know that
I seen a
Karrahboo-
couple of them. I seen like a couple about like Karrahboo and Yachty. Then I forgot what it was supposed to be before. That was
has
something
been
else.
kicked from the Concrete Boy. That's why you don't see them together. You've
Yes,
been
I
seeing
said.
tons of controversy online. Every time Karrahboo been speaking out, it's almost like she's dissing somebody. She's trying to call somebody out. Yeah, she's talking about Yachty. And with the last video I made about her, yeah, I remember she revealed that she was going through a lot. There's a bigger reason to why she couldn't drop and stuff like that. And she also said that she got caught up with
I don't even remember why they started beefing. Like she just started going crazy. Like I was fucking with her music, but apparently Yachty was writing this shit. So people telling me just ignore it and drop. That's all I ever wanted to do, and I am not able to because I'm in a hopeless situation with bad people. I've been making music this whole time and sitting there ready to go. All I can do is keep working and praying for protection, guidance, strength to figure this out. Bro, Yachty was saying like he was writing her songs, so like he was saying she not dropping because she don't have no music because he was writing this shit, bro.
some very, very bad people. And she was also trying to expose the industry, but a lot of people didn't want to hear that.
Every time someone tries to speak up and tell the truth about this game and these evil, wealthy, powerful, dishonest, soulless people, it never goes good. These people will do anything they can to hurt you and make you look crazy in the media. So when these victims try and tell the truth, they just end up receiving so much backlash and hate. No one believes them. It's almost like there's no point. That's why nobody ever says nothing until 10 years later. One person decides to speak up and then nothing else come forward. And then everyone else come forward. Then all of a sudden everyone cares and feel bad, but it's too late then.
That, you know what I'm saying? Because why would you say something so late? Because all the stuff she was saying wasn't bad at all. We didn't heard that tons of different times. But with the situation that she in right now, nobody's gonna believe you. Nobody's really gonna care because it's already too late. You didn't already blow up and stuff like that. Nobody cares. And after I made that video, things cooled down for just a little bit, but it started to pick right back up. Karrahboo has been hopping on podcasts, but she's also been dropping music. I seen that she dropped a music video on her YouTube channel called SBM. And you know, in my opinion, I really did enjoy the track. It was really good. I can see that she was still somewhat carrying that same aesthetic that she had with Concrete. I think it's a good thing you don't really notice a change, but I want to talk about how she's been getting on these podcasts lately, because I've been seeing a few clips here and there of her talking, and it's been about 2 or 3 months, so you wouldn't think that she would spark this conversation over and over again, but she's bringing up Yachty again, okay? And recently, she didn't just hop on anybody podcast, she hopped on DDG podcast, so there was tons of people that was going to
got a podcast?
see this.
I wrote something, put it in, and it wasn't, I didn't like it. And then
Karrahboo opens up about no longer being signed to Lil Yachty and him saying he wrote her raps and she recalls they're on the radar freestar. People don't even know the people.
And so I'm on the bus like every night, every chance I get, I'm rewriting the verse. They wasn't f***ing with it or whatever, and I didn't really like it that much either, I'm not gonna lie. It was basically like they wanted to do on the radar for like press run type shit. They wanted.
Everyone who hates ads will be using this Chrome extension by 2025. I feel like I just found a Google cheat code. It's a Chrome extension called Pi that lets you.
I guess my ad blocker don't work, bro.
That to be a part of it or whatever, because we were about to put out the tape or whatever. So I didn't want to do it because I didn't have my shit together. Like I didn't like my verse, and it was the night before, and I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And then the day of came. I know the night before I said I'm not doing it, and then bro literally like did a little voice message and sent it to me on the bus, and I'm like, this sound good. What people don't know is like he based it off of my flow, off of my life, my lyric, like the shit I rap about, the shit I went through. Like that's what a writer does.
Yeah.
They take you. I'm thinking like I didn't really care because I try to write my shit, whatever. I write all my other shit. Like, it just don't matter. It's a cipher with 5 other people. Like, I didn't think I would be the one to carry it or whatever.
Yeah.
So at the time, so I'm just like, whatever, like, do it for a little person, whatever. But the morning of, I actually texted them and I was like, I don't want to do it. Like, and then like Calvin, boy on the radar, he was like, no, please do it. I think it'll be really good. Blah, blah. So I went. Mitch and Wes put the beat switches on there. They didn't like the beat switches, so they took it off. But when we got there, I was like, y'all, this loop is boring. Like, people aren't gonna pay attention. Like, I'm keeping my stuff on. I think Bo only kept his. It's just like, it's not even a song. It was a content. It was a video. Like, it was not even on DSPs for months. But it is what it is. Like, people don't even know. Like, people don't even know the people who use writers, and they use them.
She said shit 3 times.
Even a song. It was a content. It was a video. Like, it was not even on DSPs for months. But it is what it is. Like, people don't even know. Like, people don't even know the people who use writers, and they use them consistently all the time. Like, I used Bro because he kept making me. I would have a verse. He would be like, he didn't like it. He would write it or something. Like, it would be features and shit. Like, he's not really doing too much. Like, other than that. So, and that's over with anyways. I'm on some whole other. So, and I'm by myself, how I started. And you know what's crazy? Bo used writers for Let's Start Here album. He had a whole team of writers.
Everybody.
Like, what are you doing, bro? He can't, my bad. Ugly. Keep that, dumbass.
Everybody use writers, man. It's all good, bro.
Like, it's your job, damn near. Like,
Yeah.
since Bo, first of all, I didn't want to use them. We used to argue all the time. I didn't want to use them. Like, I didn't like talking about this and dumbass shit. Like, I don't even talk like that. So just like, I'm straight on that. But we started clash about it because he got an ego.
you
But
give me
now
100
I'm not going to
writers.
use no writers because I haven't even dropped a tape yet. I need people to know, like, I just at least need to put my own tape, body of work out with just me. You feel me? Like,
Right.
so people can know, like, I'm not playing with y'all dumbass. Like, it been me the whole time. Like, it's my shit. You feel me? And then after that, like, if it become like a, you know, when you years in this shit, just to make it easier, maybe I'll use a writer, but right now, I don't see myself doing that because I don't think I need it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think my whole swag is me being me on the song. Like, people don't really talk about what I talk about, or I don't know, like, I just feel like the only thing that works is talking about what I talk about, my flow. That's what's working for me on the streams. Like, that's what's working, like, on science paper. You dig?
So basically, she explained that she wrote the freestyle for On the Radar. She also said that she didn't like the fact that Yachty was coming for her for having writers, but Yachty had tons of different writers for his album too. Now, I do think it's a little different though, because Yachty did it with an album that we don't usually hear from.
Hey, you know who don't use a writer?
It was way different, a whole different genre, so I don't really know. But I'm kind of getting tired of this whole writer thing because it's tons of different rappers that we listen to that got writers, okay? I'm gonna be real. The more the story, Karrahboo said that Yachty has an ego, and she was about to explain more, but she didn't want to get too rude. That's why she said, looking at. But you know, after Karrahboo did that podcast, more
I wasn't thinking
okay?
Playboy
We'll be real.
Cardi,
The more
bro.
the story, Karrahboo said that Yachty
Yo, her teeth help, bro.
has an ego, and
I
she was
say
about to
hella straight,
explain
but
more,
never
but she didn't want to get too rude.
I
That's why
wasn't
she
I
said,
wasn't thinking
looking at.
Cardi,
But you know,
bro.
after Karrahboo did that podcast, there was tons of different blogs that
Of course, nobody write Cardi shit, bro. I don't think nobody can. Never mind. Don't even worry about it.
kept posting clips of Karrahboo talking about
Don't
Yachty.
even
And she
worry
was
about
talking
it.
about the fact that she didn't have writers. So yeah, it didn't take time for Yachty to reply to Academic.
I mean,
on one of his
shit. I can write Cardi lyrics, my nigga. Like, wait.
posts about
I can write that shit, bro.
Karrahboo speaking
I
about
can write
Yachty.
that shit,
Yachty
bro.
said this. He said, "No one has ever wrote for me ever, just for the record." And you know, there's tons of people that still didn't believe Karrahboo. So eventually, it got to a point where
Shout
she
out
started
Cardi, though.
exposing screenshots of Yachty having a writer, and she took it to her story. And you see, it say written by Jacob Portrait, and as you can see, there's a Yachty song on there that's listed. If you go to the next screenshot, she showed another songwriter. Then the next screenshot, she sent Yachty a song, and it's called Running Late, which she already dropped. And Yachty just responded with, "Wow, amazing. No hard feelings, but you not finna keep lying on me." The next screenshot, she said, "Trying to hurt each other on the internet is stupid. I want no parts, but you gonna stop lying on me. I'm putting my foot down, young man." And then she showed a screenshot of her, I guess, talking to
I love you too. Have a good day, thank you too.
Yachty yesterday, and he had messaged her and said, "Hey, I love you." She replied, "I love you too." He said, "Have a good day," and she said, "Thank you too." So I'm guessing this is like her saying that she rekindled with him. I really don't know what's going on. It looked like a toxic relationship to me, and it's just like a
What type of toxic shit is that? They've been beefing for months. Out of nowhere, he says, "I love you." She says, "All right, bro, never mind."
going back and forth thing, because Yachty replied and said he don't. So I really don't know what they trying to get out of this. This ain't finna go nowhere at all. And I think Karrahboo should start doing what she said. Focus on yourself.
You
Do your
toxic
own
just
thing.
like that?
You got your own fan base and all that. You know, you're back on track with dropping music. Let's just
Said you toxic just like that. That's how you keep this shit like interesting or what, bro?
Leave that Yachty situation alone. Do your own thing. Yachty can do the same thing. Yachty didn't even have to reply to that, but I get why he did it. You know what I'm saying? But is it really worth it to keep talking about this whole situation when it's already been done? We know what happened now. But instead of me diving deep into the situation, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to Ant. All right, y'all.
So after Karrahboo's career has plummeted because of this Yachty beef and him exposing her for being not only a horrible person, but a fake rapper, and he writes all of her stuff, things have been quiet for her. She did embarrass herself after it all initially happened, just by lying and trying to manipulate the audience to be on her side, or she's being real, but we'll get into that. Months later, looking at everything that happened, it seemed like this was going to be the end of her story. But that was until...
Blue Archive is a mobile RPG game developed by Nexon Games. Released
Right.
all the way back in 2021, Blue Archive has gained a
DDG gave her a platform. And you already know what she did with this opportunity. She pleaded her case. She threw a few more little shots at the person who's responsible for her career. First, she would basically come out by saying,
Bro, she didn't put on that Vaseline like 7 times, and I've just been seeing clips of the podcast. She put that shit on in every clip.
saying that everybody has
Every clip she
writers.
put
The
that shit
industry forces writers onto you, which a label will recommend writers to you, and they'll try to put people around you. At the end of the day, you are in control. If you don't want these writers around you, they could bring them to the studio, they could sit there and you won't talk to them. To say everybody has writers, now I already know I can't believe everything you say now because what you just said. But I don't even have to tell you how I feel, because Yachty will come out and tell you how he feels. He said, nobody has ever wrote for me, just for the record. Now this is reaffirming the theories that she really is lying and she's hurt by this. It's clearly taking a toll on her, and she's just saying anything to save her image. And that makes even more sense because secondly, she would describe the entire situation about the Rap Radar freestyle completely different and almost paint it an entire different way than Yachty explained it himself. She says she set it all up. They originally just wanted her for the Rap Radar because she had already they wanted to do her again. She said, nah, I want concrete. Then would say that she writes all her stuff, and she actually did write something, but they were really saying it wasn't that good with the beat. So Yachty would write something and, you know, base it around her life, her type of flows. And even though Yachty wrote it, she's saying this shouldn't discredit everything about my career. Now the comments were quick to say she's lying. She looks like she's lying, and
She can't even lie properly. This is why my DoorDash been taking forever. Somebody even wrote the lie for her.
it's kind of true. She did kind of look like she was lying. But am I gonna sit here and deny everything? No. Like I told y'all in my video months ago about this topic, we don't know the exact insides because at the end of the day, both these people are gonna do what looks best for their image. It's that simple. And it's easier to believe Yachty, and it's easier to not like Karrahboo.
But that little like picture that just came up has something about Polo G, but I haven't heard of Polo G in like so
We don't
long.
know the exact insides because at the end of the day, both these people are gonna do what looks best for their image. It's that simple.
I
And
heard
it's
somebody
easier
say
to
they
believe
Polo
Yachty,
G in
and
so
it's
long.
easier to not like Karrahboo. So it's sad this beef even went public because it's got to a point where who knows if she can save her career. Although it's almost undeniable looking at her in videos and seeing how she acts that it's coming from an emotional
Polo G
state. And
ass?
she may not mean everything she's saying. And from what we've seen from Yachty, it was
He do got like the same like flow, cadence, like sound on like almost every song.
just that live stream where he ranted. That was pure from the soul. So that plus the comment he just left, I don't think there's too much left to happen in this story. But y'all comment what you think.
That's basically over, bro. At the end of the day, yeah, bro, yeah. Yeah.